Hello everyone, my name is Jill Madsen, and today I'll be modeling critical thinking during a middle school science lesson on the topic of climate change. The goal of this video is to demonstrate how teachers can thoughtfully engage students in analyzing complex environmental issues using a critical thinking strategy called the Think Aloud. The first thing we need to do is identify the problem or the topic. The topic we will explore is climate change, specifically understanding its causes and effects, and what actions individuals and communities can take. Climate change is a huge and sometimes controversial issue, so it's important to explore it critically rather than simply accepting information at face value. It's important to identify assumptions. Before we dive in, I want to be transparent about some assumptions I bring to this lesson. I assume that climate change is largely caused by human activity based on extensive scientific consensus. This assumption might influence how I present the evidence and questions. To maintain critical thinking, I will explicitly acknowledge these assumptions and encourage students to weigh evidence and alternative viewpoints. I will describe the strategy and modeling process. The critical thinking strategy I will use today is the Think Aloud, which involves verbalizing the thought process as I analyze information. This helps students see how to ask questions, evaluate evidence, and draw reasoned conclusions. Here's how I will model it step by step. First, I'll present the question. I will start by posing a question for us to explore together. What are the main causes of climate change and how do they impact our environment? Number 2, gather information. I will read aloud a brief passage about greenhouse gases, fossil fuels, and deforestation. While reading, I'll pause to highlight key points. Number 3, ask questions. I'll verbalize questions like, what does this term greenhouse gases mean? How do these gases trap heat? Is there evidence connecting human activity to increased greenhouse gases? Number 4, evaluate evidence. I'll compare data from different sources, noting where they agree or differ. For example, I'll read a graph of carbon dioxide levels over time and ask, what does this graph show? Can we link the rise to industrial activity? Number 5, consider assumptions and biases. I'll reflect on my own assumptions and wonder if there might be other factors contributing to climate change. I'll point out the importance of considering multiple perspectives. Number 6, draw conclusions. Finally, I will summarize what we've learned, emphasizing that our conclusion is tentative and open to revision with new evidence. Throughout this Think Aloud, I will incorporate moments of wonder inspired by the teaching wonder concept. For example, I might express curiosity. I wonder how animals adapt to changes in climate. Or, what would happen if global temperatures continue to rise? I would show this short video introducing the topic.
World. That's you and that's me. The world has the perfect temperature to keep all living things alive and happy. This temperature depends on a balance. The sun's heat goes to Earth to make it warm. The sun's heat bounces back to space to make the Earth cool.
It's important to show these type of videos to engage and grab the students' attention.
When this balance is lost, the climate changes. The Earth's climate has changed many times before. This is called natural climate change. It's caused by volcanic eruptions, changes in the sun's energy, and changes in the Earth's orbit. Greenhouse gases also make the earth warmer. They trap heat from the sun. Greenhouse gases are like a blanket covering the earth. It started in the 1700s. Humans started to build more things. We burned coal to make electricity. We burned oil to make our cars and planes move. We use chemicals to make things. We cut down lots of trees. We burn gas to cook food. We dump lots of trash on landfills. We plant a lot more rice. All these things release greenhouse gases. Remember the blanket over the earth? Because of humans, it got much, much thicker. When I get hot, I sweat. I even get dizzy. Imagine the earth. Because it's hotter, glaciers and ice sheets are melting. Seas are rising, storms are getting stronger, some places are getting dry. Even the sea is getting warmer. All living things are in big trouble. So what should we do? We need to change the way we live so we can stop releasing so much greenhouse gases. That way, the Earth's blanket will go back to normal. We also need to be ready for what climate change will bring. In December, there will be a big meeting of nations. They'll meet in Paris to decide how each country can help.
Additional ways to model critical thinking. In addition to think alouds, critical thinking can be modeled through Socratic questioning, where the teacher asks probing questions that challenge students to defend their reasoning. Another way is by analyzing case studies or real-world scenarios, encouraging students to apply scientific principles while examining complex, sometimes conflicting information. To support diverse learners, I would modify the lesson by providing graphic organizers that visually map out causes and effects of climate change. This helps students who are visual learners or who struggle with large amounts of text to better organize information. Additionally, I would incorporate vocabulary previews and simplified summaries to ensure English language learners can fully engage with the content. These strategies create a more inclusive learning environment by addressing different learning needs and promoting accessibility. Thank you for critically thinking with me today. Modeling critical thinking through strategies like Think Aloud not only helps students develop deeper understanding, but also empowers them to become curious, reflective, and independent thinkers. Remember, questioning our assumptions and staying curious through wonder are great ways to deepen our understanding of science and the world around us. I hope this example encourages you to bring wonder and critical inquiry into your own life and classrooms. Thank you for watching.